Carmen Sandiego. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? That shit gets stuck in your head. I haven't watched this show in like a month, but I still can't remember it. Oh my god. Carmen Sandiego is a 13-part episode series. Well, 9 parts actually. What is with Netflix and 9 episodes? I want to know. But yeah, season 1 of Carmen Sandiego is 9 episodes. It's really good. I don't know why people aren't talking about it. She says, as she did not review this show for an entire month. But hey, we're here, aren't we? So I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a fun cartoon. It's just... It reminds me of the cartoons you'd wake up on Saturday morning and go, oh, what shenanigans would Carmen get into today? Again, another episode that my sister saw me watching, she was intrigued by, but she wasn't that invested because I think she was watching something else, but she liked it. The colors were vibrant, the characters drag you in, and there's this little thing that they do at the beginning of every episode that some people might find cheesy, but I also found it cheesy, but I loved it because it's this type of cartoons that teach me shit when I was a kid. Like, I'd go to class and be like, do you know the male seahorse is the one that gets pregnant? Do you know Jupiter was the biggest planet, is the biggest planet in our solar system? Those were the kind of useless informations I'd have as a kid to an unreasonable degree, and I'd just be bawling in 2nd, 3rd grade, feeling myself, you know? Because I think it was in 3rd grade that we were taught about the planets, and I really liked that, but I don't want to talk about that much because it wasn't even taught to me again till I think 10th or 11th grade in secondary school, and I was feeling like a boss again, thinking, oh, I knew this all the way in 3rd grade. I like space. But yeah, Carmen Sandiego is that kind of show. It kind of educates kids. It's really meant for kids when you think about it, but a lot of kids won't really be invested in this, which is something I think cartoon these days don't. They haven't really grasped. I don't know if they want to dedicate fully to being just for kids, or if they just want to, you know, grab both demographics. And that's, well, Carmen Sandiego almost got it right, but again, my younger sister, she's 10, she couldn't fully invest herself in this show because it was a little tedious. How can I say this? When I was a kid, oh boy, there's a sentence that just got me depressed. When I was a kid, the cartoons I liked watching weren't really dialogue heavy, like sitting down and talking. I think that's why a lot of kids like Samurai Jack. The dude never talked. So with Carmen, there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of dialogue, which us as adults, we can grab onto, we can understand, and we want to know more about Carmen. But again, as a kid, if it's not information, or if it's not information that has to do with the mission or fighting, it just doesn't grab them. And I don't speak for all children are different, but I'm just trying to say a 7-year-old, a 6-year-old won't watch this. So maybe they were kind of going for preteen age, which is rare because teenagers don't really get cartoons. That's the age where you either stop watching cartoons completely and you become a stereotypical teenager, oh my god, magazines, oh my god, boys, or you just stick to cartoons and you're labeled a nerd for the rest of your life. One of the two. I was kind of a closet nerd. Why am I flashbacking to my past so much in this video? But there isn't much to actually review because every episode there was a goal that Carmen needed to do. She did it flawlessly, and that was it. The only thing you can actually talk about in detail was Carmen's past. And again, the show, for the most part, I couldn't understand, okay, is present day that far into the future? Because Carmen grows this long and luscious ass hair, but when she was on the island back in her past, she had short hair, and I was like, I don't think hair grows this quickly in a year for anybody. I'm African, so it took 23 years for my hair to be as long as Carmen's in the past. So I think I'd be 80 by the time I get long, luscious hair up to my back. But hey, let's not jinx it. I'm still hopeful. So I don't know. But everything happened a year after Carmen left the island. That is insane to me. I like the side characters. I like Player a lot, which is another thing. I shipped Carmen and Player, and I kind of shipped her with Static Boy. Bad with names, been a while since I watched this, forgive me. But he lost his memory, and oh my god, I was so sad about that. I wonder if they'll come back to that story, if he'll regain his memory. But again, all these things took place in a year. Carmen was on this island that she didn't even know was for supervillains. She was raised, she was trained, and the people she was with have... So, and then don't forget the program to become a villain is also like a year. So I doubt in that year you can become evil enough to want to kill your best friend. But let's not forget, I think his name is Chase. He came into this academy with that evil mindset. So for her to be soft towards him is kind of weird. I already don't like this review because I feel like my thoughts are scattered all over the place. But I'm just gonna slap it together and try and make the best of it. But oh my god, I like Player. And when Carmen was on the island, she looked to be the same age as Player, but then when she gets off the island and grows long, luscious hair, she looks like she could be 10 years older than him. And I don't know if Player is like 12, 13. I don't know any of these people's ages. The twins are, for whatever reason, they wanted to paint the male twin as annoying and the female sister as okay, but the female twin got under my skin. And I just liked the male one. I think their name is Zach and something. I can't remember. Oh yeah, Zach and Ivy. Zach's incessant distaste for fish. I like the episode where he went to Countess Cleo. Debbie also watched the show and he just loves Countess Cleo. I like her too, but if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have remembered her name. I love the villains. They're all different flavors of weird and wacky and just like the villains you were used to when you're a kid. But as an adult, you're seeing all these cartoons with the generic I'm so evil type of villain. I don't know, I just like this. It brought back a little bit of old stuff. It even brought back the old cheese. I just can't keep saying I like it, but I do. Drama, like stakes are really high. The scene where there was this rocket ship and they had to get something out of it and Ivy fell, I felt my heart drop for a second there. You feel the stakes in each and every episode. There was this Chinese Asian bitch, that's gonna label me as racist, with her origami weapons. She made me uncomfortable. Her design was kind of crazy, but at least you remembered her. Chase Davinoff, best worst detective ever. I like to hate him. And he's a meme all over Tumblr. Hell, there were memes of him that were being used in The Dragon Prince. How people are like, you shouldn't be liking Erebos. You know he could be the biggest big bad ever. And then you see a screenshot of, I cannot be slowed down by cautious words. And he has cool one-liners like, Vem Velerouge, Vem Ferouge. I don't know. I like it. I like this show. Can't recommend it enough. Just sit down, watch it. I need to talk about the ending before we leave. I don't know if I'll put a spoiler warning. If you're watching this, you might have already watched it. If you haven't, pause, go, come back. I don't care. The ending, I want it to be vague, but oh my god, it caught me by surprise. A lot of people were like, oh yeah, the ending. I totally saw it coming. I was like, how? I certainly didn't. I'm not talking about the corporation thinking, oh, Carmen is the bad guy. By the way, I just really hate her name. How she just looked at a hat and just said Carmen Sandiego. That just pissed me off. I don't know. I just don't like the name. She could have chosen anything. But hey, all the other bastards have Tigress. Really? You're gonna really copy DC right now? But the ending that I really liked was how it was Sensei that saved Carmen as a baby. I was like, oh my god, I thought it was Big Mama. I thought it was the huge one. And here I was thinking that when they went on the reconnaissance, whatever, to try and get her back, and the big woman joined, sorry, just cannot be bothered to remember names right now. When she joined, I was thinking the sensei was gonna go all out on Carmen, but then it was her that almost killed Carmen, who was sheltering her, loving her all this while, and then it was the sensei that saved her. That twist broke my mind. I really hated sensei throughout the entirety of this thing, but then it kind of made me wonder, why is he a part of this organization? But then it kind of makes sense, because all the evil villains have their evil villain plotty things, but he has nothing. He's just there, and all the other villains are constantly against him. So I was like, ha. But then it goes to show, could he also be a double agent, kind of like being in the organization and trying to stop them however he can? But now that he saved Carmen, they can't find him and he disappeared. Will he go back to the island, or will he just have to vanish into the wind and try and help Carmen however he can? I like how this show feels organic. Everything moves at a pace. If the origami girl hadn't been daft enough, I think, to hold on to her, I'm jumping around, I'm just assuming you guys have watched this show with me. If she hadn't held on to that tube or vial to deliver it, I don't even think Carmen would have been able to catch her. But for the fact that she caught her, Chase was there, and the origami girl, was able to get Chase's ID card, and they think Carmen is working for them, and they got, Chase Davenall? I'm confusing names again. The dumb detective. They got the dumb detective's card, and they were able to kidnap him, thinking he worked with Carmen. And then when Carmen came to save him, the organization thought Carmen was the one that kidnapped him, and he's in a coma type situation, so he's out of commission to correct them. And I'm like, I love the weird clusterfuck that just happened, because it's so organic and it doesn't feel forced and it feels natural, and I love storytelling like that. I hope I'm making sense. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. I got so much more I want to say. The fact that Sensei wanted to run away with her that first night, because how? He cut off the helicopter, and would he have jumped in the boat? And like Carmen said, you were running at me with a knife, well, a blade. You can't expect me not to be afraid. How would that even have happened? I liked how she ended up being friends with Claire even after. I just love the organic storytelling, you guys. It's a kids show, but they were blatantly aiming at adults, and because they couldn't grab the kid audience, and a lot of adults assumed it was for kids because of the writing and all the stuff, the show, I won't say it tanked, but it didn't do as well, and I really wish it did. I really wish a lot of people would give this show a chance, because it's so beautiful and pretty and gorgeous. But we're gonna end this video here. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know any other shows that might not be on my radar. Most of the time I watch them, I just don't sit down and review them, but yeah, we do what we can. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. I love you all to death. But with that being said, thanks so much for clicking to watch. This is TVC. Mwah. Signing out.